Hey kid, just wanted to give you a glimpse at what I'm struggling with today. And I'm on my way to work. I got an event that I'm working that I set up and submitted to my boss, got approval for. We're recruiting in the NFTA stations. Usually a lot of job seekers or underemployed folks are taking the public transportation system, generally a lower income, so we're reaching out to that population, trying to have an impact on poverty. So I was walking the dog, and I woke up feeling a little depressed. Part of this in the last couple weeks is that I've quit smoking pot, and part of the reason that I did that was some revelations that I had revolving around our relationship, specifically the quality of the time that you spend with someone when one of you is stoned and the other person isn't. You're not on the same page. Generally, you're not sharing the same experience. And at some point, you kept asking me why Daddy would have spices. And I would just say because it's fun. But I realized that you were having so much fun anyway when we were doing these things together, going off on our adventures and everything. And I think for you to look back and see that I was stoned and you weren't, or just that I was stoned during these experiences, it suggests that they wouldn't have been fun for me anyway. And I think for us both to genuinely have fun together is an extremely valuable thing for our relationship for lots of reasons. And that epiphany gave me the push over the edge that I needed to, at least this time, to make an attempt to stop. So whenever I do stop, usually there's a couple weeks, or at least a few days, of real depression. And I've learned to tolerate that, get through it, knowing that things kind of even out after some time. But life in general can be tough, and I feel like that's where I'm at now. There's a lot going on right now that I'm just really frustrated with. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. I feel like the things that I've done to try to fix these things in my life haven't worked in a lot of ways. Whatever comes to the surface when I'm not smoking weed, some things just come to the surface for some reason. A lot of things throughout my life that I've been really embarrassed about, like the most embarrassing, humiliating moments of my life, have been coming to the surface. I'm remembering those things, and those are wrapped in some really unpleasant emotions, we'll say. And then all kinds of thoughts spring from those things, and sometimes it puts me into a almost trance-like state, trying to figure things out, and kind of at a loss to do that. So anyway, today, one thing I'm really frustrated with is the fact that I'm not making enough money to move out of my parents' house. There's a lot of good that comes from us, you and me, meaning living there. My parents are older and they've got a lot of health problems, so the time that we have right now is really precious to me, and I think it's really valuable that they get to spend this time with you, or it's a valuable opportunity, assuming that we go about things right. And that's great. You know, when I wasn't living there, you saw them maybe 3 times in the first year that you lived when I was in Angola, and that broke my heart that you didn't know them. You did not know them. When you saw them, you didn't know who they were. It was like, who are these people? They were strangers to you, and that was heartbreaking. So by moving home, that really helped to heal that wound and to give us some time together with them while they're still here and cognizant. So that being said, living home still has a lot of drawbacks. In a lot of important ways, my life can't move forward while I'm living at home. One thing that really stands out is dating, having a relationship that seems generally not compatible with living at home with my parents. And it's been 2 years since I broke up with Brittany, so I'm very lonely. And that's feeling overwhelming. My financial situation is such that I got a raise for this job working with Northland. It was substantial, but my student loan payments went up. I have income-based student loan repayments, And when I got this raise, those payments went up, and I feel like I almost make less now than I did before I got the raise. And that's incredibly frustrating. And talk about a roller coaster, all the hope that I had thinking that that was going to help move my life forward. So there's that, and then just generally financial stress. Not making enough to be financially comfortable and not making enough to pay your bills is an enormous source of stress. In the mental health realm, it's recognized that that can be an enormous source of stress. And I'm experiencing that, and I'm trying to endure that. And so that's part of where my frustration is coming from right now also. And what that means, too, because I am someone who really valued trying to make a difference with my career, for better or worse. I valued that, and I've really gone out of my way, and I've made some big sacrifices to accomplish the things that I have with my career. And in some ways, I'm extremely glad that I did that. The experiences that I've had, I believe, are very valuable. Along those lines, the jobs that I've had, specifically working at the Center for Inquiry, working at Roswell Park, working at Catholic Charities Resettlement Program, and this Northland program. These experiences are priceless. The depth of knowledge and understanding that I've gained is immeasurable from these things. And I've always thought they are also immeasurable and valuable in a financial way too, because I would think that if I am a behavioral health professional, that having these extremes and understanding in these different realms of behavioral health would give me a financial edge, that somehow these would pay off not only existentially but financially in my career, and that hasn't really happened yet. So I'm struggling to find how to apply all this knowledge that I have valued so much, and to not just give up on feeling like those things really meant what I thought they meant. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.